Hello. Hello. My hair is going crazy. It grows out so fast. Like I can't even. So, this is Tiwanaku from South Florida recording live, this time on YouTube for White Noise Level 3. And I'm not sure what I'm going to title this episode for White Noise Level 3, but it'll probably be something like, it's amazing what you can do, if you get up in the morning early. So I've never really been, it's in Spanish, I've never been a dormilonga, which means just someone who sleeps. Like I can't even understand that. I just, I just can't even understand it. So when people say, and I've seen people say this to my face, oh, I love to sleep. I love to sleep on the weekends when I have my day off. And, my boyfriend will call me at 11 in the morning and I'm still sleeping, and I'm kind of like, I what? Like I just don't understand. It just does not compute. Even if I stay up late, I still get up early in the morning. I know it's like this freakish thing. What I heard is that Germans get up early in the morning, and by DNA, I am strongly German. So unfortunately, I don't know how to speak German and I've never been there, but I am fourth generation German, meaning that four generations of my family have been in the United States, probably longer in Germany. So, yeah, I guess we get up early, we love to travel, we love to explore. Um, all of those stereotypes, I think, are pretty accurate for me. So, um, well, let's just retrace my day. So at 2:30 in the morning, I get a little wake up call from my tuxedo cat Colin. He's jumping on the bed, scratching on the carpet of the bed, so I can't sleep. I get up and he does this whole thing of jumping on the couch to the kitchen island looking like he's starving. So I have to feed all the cats because I can't just feed one. Some dry food. Like, okay, are we okay now? And he's wolfing it down like he hasn't eaten in 2 weeks. I think what the problem is that I've been working for 12-hour shifts for the past 4 days, and this is my first day off. So, um, yeah, I mean, he doesn't have his little nice nicely scheduled, partitioned 3 meals a day because mommy just isn't here, and I'm really sorry about it. So, so that was already early in the morning. Then do another kind of general wake up. They don't wake me up at 2:30, they wake me up at 5. So because they had their little bellies full with their morning snack, I woke up naturally more like at around 6:30 in the morning. And this time, uh, I gave them the mostly the wet food for the cats because they already had dry food at 2:30. So they were happy. I took the dogs out for a walk and um, came back, made some coffee for me, um, and then went over across the street to the grocery store because I like going early. I was there at like 7:08 and it opens at 7 because of the whole like COVID situation. I mean, I know I've had 2 shots already, but still, it's just really a doozy out there. And I'm in South Florida, which I think is, the US hot zone, or will be in the future if we report the numbers correctly. So I didn't get very much again. It was for the dogs. I got some chicken, and hopefully that'll last us for the week. So came back, um, escorted my Shih Tzu across the street to the PetSmart because she has a grooming appointment. And as I'm kind of doing all this, I'm getting in the elevator of the building, and there is a power outage. So luckily, I wasn't stuck in the elevator because that would be a problem. I've always had claustrophobia. So I get out of the elevator, it wasn't working anyway. We have a generator, and I think on the elevator screen it said generator on or something. So I went to the service elevator and it was working, which is good because I was, carting up my groceries to the ninth floor and came back here. Um, right, and then I had to escort the Shih Tzu over for her spa day. And it turns out that it was actually a blackout even across the street because our computers weren't up. It took me a while to set her up there. So that was weird. You don't see that every day. I had to come back home and reset all the clocks, the clocks that are plugged in, the clock on the oven. So she was over there and I was over here, and I just put in the chicken into. I don't know why I didn't discover this earlier, but it's so easy to make. So the chicken goes into the electric pressure cooker, and you set it on high pressure for 30 minutes, and it's done like really well. So I knew that they would be fine. They love that. And uh, then I went to pick her up at around 11:30 because I had a dentist appointment at noon, and picked her up. She's gorgeous. She has that nice little teddy bear cut. I quickly fed them some lunch, including the cats. I'm trying to get them used to, the freshly cooked chicken with broth. So I'm not sure how that's going because I had to leave, and I'm sure if the cats didn't eat it, the dogs ate it from the cat bowl. So that has to be monitored a little bit more closely. I go to the dentist. She's running a little bit late. This is all like really close by, but I drove, and I could have walked. And yeah, I mean, a lot of things have changed since the last time I was there, which was actually last March. So last March, before everything it was the tipping point. Everything was about to go crazy. I was probably her last appointment. Like, just please clean my teeth before everything shuts down. Now the dentist is explaining. It's pretty interesting. I also saw when I was waiting in the lobby, I saw a certificate from the CDC saying like clinician certified training for COVID. So I'm like, all right. I picked her specifically because she's a graduate from NYU. Thank you very much. And as usual, they're on top of it. So I'm happy to go back to her. She's an excellent dentist and she's an NYU grad. So, not that I really need a qualified dentist anyway, for the most part. I mean, I've never had a cavity, knock on wood. Still holding on today. So she ends up explaining that because of COVID, um, something, just a regular cleaning with very healthy teeth that would normally take half an hour. Now all the cleanings are at least an hour. And the cleanings, take about the same time, but it's because things are slower. She has to disinfect. And yeah, I mean, among other things, she has this ultraviolet light in the corner of each office. So she showed me the ultraviolet light, and that actually needs to be on for 15 minutes. So so a lot of things have changed, but I mean, I'm glad that she's still operating. It's always hell to find a new dentist around here. I've had a couple of podcasts of don't be fleeced by your dentist. I won't go into that now, but they make up situations that are wrong with you and then completely overcharge you. Do I look like a sucker? Okay, I'm in marketing. I'm from New York. You can't pull anything over me. So anyway, so I finished that. Go and get a quick pizza, bring it back home. And again, the pizza is right next to University of Miami, which closed for a couple of days, if not the whole week, because of a huge outbreak there. So I thought about it twice. Like, do I really want to get this pizza? It's, right in campus, basically. So I got it and came back here, just had my pizza, and I am talking to you. So I know it's been a while. It's just that it's been crazy. I'm a floater at my job, and my manager is basically like my handler. So she's like, go here, go there. It's basically just getting a text message. In fact, I would have been working today another 12-hour shift, except for the fact that 2 seconds before she texted me, I sent her an email saying from a previous email, oh, my 9 a.m. dentist appointment is now rescheduled for 12. So she said, okay, but I am doing another 12-hour tomorrow. And man, those 12 hours, if you don't have independent time, meaning when I do 12 hours, the prime 12 hours is actually just being in a shack and having Wi-Fi from your hotspot from your phone and listening to an astrology podcast for 4 hours and figuring out what your astrology forecast is going to be for the next couple of days, etc. That is fine. When you're actually in a room full of other human beings, then the 12 hours really drags on. But hey, you pack on the overtime. I mean, if you work two 12-hour shifts, like I that was my yesterday was my fourth 12-hour shift. So, um if you do 2 days of 12-hour shifts, that's basically like working 3 days of 8-hour shifts. So I can do it, but I mean, there comes a time where, I've never been this, a huge worker, like a huge worker bee. Uh, Work is important, but so is everything else. So work is for me is just part of my life in order to maintain my lifestyle, which is of course excellent. And be a mom to my two dogs and three cats, all rescues except for the Shih Tzu princess. So here we are. And another thing that I did that I'm really happy about is I just happened to have the Today Show on, after 9 a.m., whatever the Today show is. And they were going through different types of shoes. And I usually get my shoes at the Foot Locker, but talk to somebody, oh, this is what I do with my shoes, da, 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 what do you recommend? But I hadn't been there in a while, probably mostly due to my work schedule. But they were showcasing these amazing new shoes, and I got two pairs, two different brands that I had never heard about. So I'm sure I'll be doing a podcast on that. And one of them for a running shoe, they made it sound like it's like wearing a sock, like a really comfortable sock. And I was I've been running my whole life, so it's like, what? I want to try that out. So, yeah, I just kind of did a quick Google search, and that one was actually $30 off on Amazon. I had to get the white color, but I probably would have gotten the purple one, but I got the white one. So I just got a notification that's being shipped or processed or something. And then I got another one that was mostly for my job, and that has to be black. But I think it's stylish enough where I actually can wear it, outside of the job. So yeah, it's only 2 o'clock and in my time zone, and I've done all this stuff, believe it or not, including taking a shower. Thank you very much. Washing my hair. Um, so what else will today bring? I'm sure I'll let you know if it is anything even remotely exciting. Oh, I totally forgot. I would actually have done an entire podcast just on this. He's so funny, like I can't even handle it. So the first time I heard about Terry Carnation was when I was listening to the podcast Astonishing Legends, and it's like, is he being serious? I'm very gullible. I'm like, that doesn't sound serious. But then the Astonishing Legend people were acting like he's serious, and it's actually Rainn Wilson. Is that his name? Rainn something from The Office that now has a podcast. And he is Terry Carnation. And his first podcast is coming out today on April 1st. He already has a trailer. So I haven't checked recently, but it will be coming out tomorrow, April 1st. And he's already on Instagram. And he's making fun of paranormal investigators. So he is just so funny. Like I can't even. He'll say, "Oh, I'm a widow. My dear wife, whatever her name is, and I think she's coming through, um, the spirit box, and she's saying, 'Help me, Terry.'" Yeah, help me, Terry. So, but everything he does is hilarious. I mean, his Instagram is hilarious. You have to check it out. And he was talking to some poor little kid in Austin, Texas, with braces on. It was hilarious. So, it's kind of like what I wanted to do on this podcast, but I'm not that hilarious at all. In fact, I'm really not hilarious. So I'm going to end it there before I self-deprecate myself even further. And please check out whitenoiselevel3.wordpress.com. Um, white noise level 3, the number 3.wordpress.com, and sign up for all my social. Please subscribe to my YouTube and all that, my Facebook. Um, and I do offer consultation packages. So those are family friendly, and you would be able to talk to me live about any questions from my previous episodes and themes along those lines. So that would be great to get to know you guys better. And I will be talking to you soon. Take care, everybody. Wake up early. You never know what's going to happen. The early bird takes the worm. And what's my favorite one? You snooze,